My name is Andrew Duncan. I'm the Renewables and Innovations Director at Northstar. We own and operate a large fleet of offshore vessels for infrastructure support. And right now we're stood in front of the Grampian Tees, which is an SOV, one of 4 vessels we're providing for the Dogger Bank Wind Farm. The Dogger Bank Wind Farm is set up 100 kilometers offshore, off the east coast out of the river here. And it will be the largest operational wind farm in the world at 3.6 gigawatts. I've been involved with the Northstar's transition from oil and gas to offshore wind from the beginning of this journey, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. One of those parts of that SOV package that we are offering is this game-changing daughter craft, where we're trying to take the preconception of they're not particularly useful in field to make them part of the key asset and the mission equipment to get high performance, get people transferring in the higher levels of weather limitation. The design of this vessel is very unique in many aspects. One of those is the use of the outboard engine concept versus inboard engines. We looked for various different ways we could solve this, and OXE was the one leader of the pack with what we looked at the time. The noise, the vibration on board the vessel is class leading. It's as easy to have a conversation as this. This is totally different to any other vessel that has an inboard propulsion system below decks underneath the saloon area. This vessel on the whole moves the dial in both performance, comfort, and how she's going to be utilized in the wind farm as well. The performance gains we're getting out of the various features on the vessel and the comfort factor and the size of the windows makes it a far more attractive proposition for the technicians to leave the mothership to go to a wind turbine versus previous incarnations of this type of offshore wind daughter craft. We are seeing a remarkable improvement in what we've seen on similar vessels using inboard engines. And of course, like I said, the ability for us to manage as a fleet is very important too. So we can exchange an engine, weather dependent, of course. We're working in the middle of the North Sea, but with the crane on board and the arrangements of the fitment, it's a 2-3 hour operation to replace a full engine set versus taking the vessel out of use completely. And that is very vital to us. The feedback we got initially, and continuing to be honest with you, has been very good. They're saying she really outperforms compared to her size and typical class of vessel. A large part of that is the safe transfer, and we're getting that through design of vessel and the propulsion, of course. We're also getting that from the noise, the comfort and vibration levels that make going to work, staying offshore in one of these vessels, far less arduous physically on the body as well.